So if you want to catch me live inside the studio, inside the man cave this afternoon, it's coming to the hours of 6 minutes before the hours, of course, 12 o'clock. Just go to YouTube, type in at the Godfather _ Godfather, keep it real, live, and you pick me up live and direct in the studio right now as we speak right now. Okay, for the next 2 hours, we're going to sort of play a couple of stuff some of you have not seen before. I did see something this morning, and I thought this one sounds good, but I've got to edit it because it talks about a number of things that I don't think is appropriate for the youngsters to hear. All right, this show is designed for all age groups, but so we try and keep it clean. We try and keep it clean, even though society itself on some certain platforms ain't as clean as it's supposed to be. But in terms of monitoring the children using their mobile phones, I don't know if it's gospel that the age group for children using their phones are 16. I don't know if that's gone through after Storm has been under some serious pressure for the last couple of days, some serious pressure. And the Conservative Party putting some real booting against the Labour Party right now. But a lot of things happening out there that it keeps your mind thinking about how we as people are being treated by our politicians. And are politicians really people to be trusted? Are they truthful? Are they honest? Are they, I don't know. Sometimes I say these people, they just take away for fools. Are you a fool? Sitting there voting for them for this and that? And then all this garbage comes out from nowhere because they're hiding something that we don't know about. They always say, what's in the dark will one day come out in the light. Let me play this song here, another Lovers Rock one for Massive, and then we get into the business with the real deal in the man cave. goes a classic. Of course, this one here.
No, I never found me a girl. No, I never found me a girl to
Love me like you do. I tell you for a fact, it's all about that particular time when we see things happening differently around the world, and in terms of what's happening around the world, we've got to be careful what we do and what we say sometimes, my people. I took some stuff down yesterday. We're going to see if we can get it out to the mass. Of course, it is 1 minute past 12 on this Sunday afternoon. It's not a great day outside at all. Of course, the weather is pouring it down, and I know some of you had plans to do things a little later on this afternoon, but nevertheless, of course, just keep yourself nice and warm, and people will, you know how it goes. Sometimes we do things different from some, and some don't like it and some do like it, but that's just how it goes. Sometimes we just try and keep everything above board when we can. No one's perfect in this world right now, my people. Or you say to yourself, besides that that touching up on all these things and all these things we do, how do you see the word love? Because love comes in different shapes and sizes and in different ways. How do you see your love relationship right now? Because it's that time of the month. It's Valentine's weekend, and why not? Some people want to hear some words, some people don't. Some people might be in a sticky situation. But sometimes you just got to take the rough with the smooth. All right? So what goes up must come down. I want you to take a listen to this here, scannerradio.org.uk. Sex is not love.
Sex is not love. Dating is not love. Talking to someone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is not love. Staying up all night for someone is not love. Love is when someone sees the parts of you that you try to hide, the fears, the anger, the exhaustion, and still chooses to stay. It's when someone gives you emotional safety when your mind is at war with itself. It's when someone becomes your calm amidst the chaos, your anchor in the storm. Love is someone who speaks to you when you're overwhelmed, reminding you of your worth when you can't remember it yourself. Love is standing by you while you heal, without trying to fix you. It's when someone understands the silence behind your "I'm fine" and provides the comfort you don't always know how to ask for. Love is loyalty that doesn't require validation. Faithfulness that holds strong even when you're apart. It's someone who protects your vulnerabilities, makes joy feel like healing, and still chooses you when your heart is to love. Real love is steady, patient, and safe. Share this with that special person, my friend. Sex is not love. Dating is not love. Talking to someone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is not love. Staying up all night for someone is not love. Love is when someone sees the parts of you that you try to hide, the fears, the anger, the exhaustion, and still chooses to stay. It's when someone gives you emotional safety when your mind is at war with itself. It's when someone becomes your calm amidst the chaos, your anchor in the storm. Love is someone who speaks to you when you're overwhelmed, reminding you of your worth when you can't remember it yourself. Love is standing by you while you heal, without trying to fix you. It's when someone understands the silence behind your "I'm fine" and provides the comfort you don't always know how to ask for. Love is loyalty that doesn't require validation. Faithfulness that holds strong even when you're apart. It's someone who protects your vulnerabilities, makes joy feel like healing, and still chooses you when your heart is to love. Real love is steady, patient, and safe. Share this with that special person, my friend.
Hi, this is Amanda White from Stars in Their Eyes, The Best Days. A big shout out goes out to the Godfather. He is the voice on the Keep It Real Sunday show on skylineradio.org.uk. Amanda White says, keep listening. He is the best and no one can contest.
Investigator. of every little thing that I do. Yeah, believe me. Yeah, and of everywhere that I go. Believe me, I don't know why. I don't know why. But she keeps on running after me. I don't know why. Should I keep standing this misery? I don't know why. Believe me, love. Am I on trial? Or it must be that I am a prisoner. Yeah, no. Could it be the flames in my eye? Investigators.
Tinker, investigators, the investigators. You just heard some words from a wise man who talks about the word called sex. Sex isn't love. It's the things that you do around the word love.
She keeps running after me.
For instance, you love your wife for many different things and for different reasons. Same with your girlfriend as well. She has a style, she has a way of doing things, and sometimes you just love the way each other does things.
Of every little things that I do.
Now look at the older generation who have gone through that element of love and feeling and romance, hugging and all those things, and yet still they have a thing how to respect each other. They're still in love. But sex isn't all about love. When you get to a certain age, sometimes things change. Your mind change. Your mindset change. Your emotions and your feelings change as well.
Lord, help me why.
Something that we all got to experience at some stage, at some time.
Am I on trial? Or it must be that I'm a prisoner.
Don't forget, if you want to go to the YouTube, go straight to the YouTube, typing The Godfather _upper_. Of course, keep it real live and catch me live inside the studio. So you're up and about this afternoon? Well, all right, that's good. Some of you are in the kitchen from early out in the morning.
There's a spark of magic in your eyes. Candlelights appear each time you smile.
Magic in those eyes. Sometimes, sometimes it's all about the way she looks or the way he looks, vice versa for man and woman. Yeah, the sparks in the eyes, I tell you. That love, emotion, feeling, understanding of worth. Can I say good morning out to you, Barry? Big up the Gerald family. I can see that last night was a good one. Also, Mr. Fix and the STT connection. How you mean? How you mean, guys?
Magic in your eyes. Candlelights appear each time you smile.
And if you want more sparks, look later on tonight. It's the 163 Lounge in Erdington tonight.
But they come to
Couple of big guns tonight, I tell you.
You're a genie in the sky. All of
Of course, from Birmingham, Massacre, man called Dolphus in the house.
that you by God,
And also Gemini Dan also in the house as well tonight.
the one that I've been waiting for forever.
Yes, I tell you.
And ever will my love for you keep growing strong, keep growing strong. If I could, I'd catch a falling star to shine on you, so I'll know where you are. All the rainbows in your favorite shades to show I love you.
Forever, forever. I'll tell you, classic songs from the days of good partying times. Those songs still play now and then in the yeah, okay. They still play in the parties and also in your centers and other places that you find music being played from various places. Nightclubs on a regular basis, I don't know. There are a few nightclubs around, but not places we go to every week. Things have changed. Things have changed. The days of dressing up and looking stush and, and to tell you the truth, some of us find it an effort, a very hard effort to actually go out and enjoy. Because when you reach certain venues, it's like everything is still the same. It's like nothing's really changed. And you think to yourself, what did I come out of my house for? Or what can I do to make things more entertaining for me and my partner to go out and put our clothes on? Because I know a lot of you have got clothes in your wardrobe. You've got clothes in your wardrobe. Some of you got new clothes that haven't even worn them yet. You bought them just in case you might think of going somewhere nice, and you still haven't found that place what is nice to go to. Yeah, but it's making the effort, and sometimes we need to get a little bit of fresh air, see some people we haven't seen for a long time, because that's what it's all about. Just, you haven't been out for a long time, and you pop out, and it's like, for me, it's different because I'm well known in the community where I come from, and it's a little town. They call it a city, but it's Wolverhampton, and of course, many things happen in Wolverhampton, and many things that we are very, very reluctant to talk about. But we have some famous people from Wolverhampton here right now. But of course, the most famous is for radio, for where we're coming from. 37 years in the makings right now. We're plugging it hard still. And big up all the presenters who's been with us as well. A few changes have happened because technology has stepped in. And when you listen to other radio stations that I'm not going to name right now, but when you listen to their format and their playlist, there's no one, it's just a playlist. Some of these radio stations have come and gone, but we're still here. We wonder, well, they were above board and so forth. It's like groups and organizations took it over and pushed them out, and they're no longer with us, but we're still here. Lickle, but Talawa. And that's the name of the game. Now, in terms of this morning, you probably went out last night and you've done all the smoochy in your bedroom and all these things, and some long telephone calls to somebody you ain't supposed to talk to. Or did you receive your flowers? Did you receive your chocolate? Did you find such as? I saw something this morning. I didn't want to sort of spoil the party as such, but I'm going to say by remembrance, all right? In a situation where a woman was working at work and she received a bunch of flowers. Now, she didn't want to leave the bunch of flowers at work because the person that gave her the flowers would feel so that it's kind of a disrespect for her to leave the flowers that he given her for Valentine's. So she said she's going to take him home. So she took him home. And beyond taking him home, she gave him to her partner. Now, the partner was kind of chuffed. Flowers for me? Wow. Flowers for me? Excuse me. Flowers for me? He wonders. So she felt good that he felt good about the fact that he had received flowers from his woman, his wife. Well, all right. So while the man's there looking at the flowers, he's looking at the flowers good, he found a card in the flowers. Yeah, he found a card in the flowers. You want to hear what the card read? I'll try and give you as much as good as I can. I ain't going to give you perfect, but something around that area. It talks about, you are the most wonderful person to me. And when we spend time together in bed and all these things, and he talks about a bit about and you're great, and the way you talk to me about your husband, how your husband treats you, and all these things, and he goes on in some romantic, and this man's reading this card that's in the flowers, and he's getting kind of all on, but she just She just gave me these flowers, and now but she didn't look in the flowers. She didn't see the card. Because if she did see the card, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. So he says to her, Babes, come here now. So she comes over and she says, Babes, yes, what's up, babes? She says, well, these flowers you gave me, did you realize there was a card in the flowers that you sent? Or you sent to me? Or was it really meant for me? You've been seeing the gaffer at work and he sent you these flowers, but you forgot to take the card out the flowers. And now I've received it on the other side. Upon hearing that information, she wasn't very happy at all. She flopped herself big time. And even though her boss wife is unaware of what's been going on at work, she's out of the picture because she doesn't know. Because what you don't know, you don't know. Sometimes they say the greatest thing is to know, and the greatest thing is that this man found the card in the flowers that his wife gave him, that she got it from work. And he says to her, where did you get these flowers from? Her reply was that I got it from work. Oh, you got it from work. Well, it wouldn't be a woman giving you flowers because they're not that way inclined. So obviously, someone's seen it. It's got to be the boss. So the situation of the story is not every time flowers are the good thing sometimes. People tend to forget their motive for doing certain things. She got caught leaving the card in the flowers, and she had the audacity to give it to her husband. But he, as a man, searched the flowers and looked around and found the letter, the card, saying that I love you so much, I wish we could live together. You know, the usual stuff when people meet together for the first time, and then all the words of the bedroom comes out, and a whole heap of palaver comes with it as well, and yeah, strawberry and butter and cream, all these things come out, and and then when it goes pop in the night, it's like those words don't mean nothing no more. Take a listen to this here right now. Valentine's Day is not about flowers. It's about true love. I want you to take a listen to this.
If you knew how much I love you, Godfather, I need you, you wouldn't stay away.
Valentine's Day is not about flowers. It's about effort. Anybody can post you. Anybody can buy something. But who shows up when life isn't romantic? Who chooses you when there's no audience? Real love isn't loud for one day. It's consistent all year. If someone only loves you publicly in February, that's performance, not partnership.
Yes, I manners and respect to the Godfather himself from the European reggae fans.
If a man is always there for you, don't confuse consistency with weakness. When you call, he shows up. When you text, he replies. When you need him, he's present. That's not luck, that's commitment. And men like that shouldn't be taken for granted, because most people don't realize value until it's gone. A reliable man isn't a man with nothing better to do. He has options. He has a life. He just chooses you, and that choice is rare. If a man is always there for you, don't confuse consistency with weakness. When you call, he shows up. When you text, he replies. When you need him, he's present. That's not luck, that's commitment.
I would have never thrown it away. When a man corrects you about certain behavior, don't be quick to get angry. Sometimes it's love speaking. A man who truly loves you will correct you because he cares about your growth. Appreciate that man who always speaks up when you are wrong, because true love comes with correction. When a man corrects you about certain behavior, don't be quick to get angry. Sometimes it's love speaking.
Skyline Radio gives you the action, makes you feel like Skyline Radio exploding in your radio now.
On Valentine's Day, 1965, Malcolm X's home was firebombed while his family slept inside. 2:35 a.m., East Elmhurst, Queens. Molotov cocktails crashed through the windows. Malcolm X, his wife Betty Shabazz, and their 4 daughters, ages 6, 4, 2, and 6 months, woke to flames engulfing their living room. According to historical records, it was 20 degrees outside. Malcolm grabbed his family in their pajamas. No time for clothes, no time for anything. He got them out through the back door as their home burned. This happened exactly 1 week before his assassination. The Nation of Islam had ordered them to vacate the house. The eviction hearing was scheduled for the next day, February 15th. But here's what makes Malcolm X legendary. That same night, still in the only smoke-damaged clothes he could grab, he flew to Detroit and gave a speech at Ford Auditorium. He opened with, "I was in a house last night that was bombed, my own." Then he said, "It isn't something that made me lose confidence in what I am doing. My children would rather have a father who will take a stand than compromise and grow up in shame." 7 days later, February 21st, 1965, Malcolm X was assassinated at the Audubon Ballroom in Harlem. He was 39 years old. They tried to burn him alive on Valentine's Day. He gave a speech about black liberation that same night. That's Malcolm X. If you didn't know, share this story.
Yeah. Share that story. Of course, share that story. The reason why I picked that one at the end, because I didn't know that Malcolm X's house got bombed, firebombed on 19, I'll put the date down here, 1965. And he had to help get his children out of the house, his 4 daughters and his wife. And this happened on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, 1965. Yeah. Not everything's all roses sometimes, you know. Not always chocolates and champagne and all these things. Things do happen for a particular reason in the particular world of, the days of Malcolm X. Wow, you want to hear that part? I don't know. Should I touch that part again? Because some of you would have been in some shock about that. Yeah, dude. Let me see if I can catch it at a certain point, and you can hear it again.
On Valentine's Day, 1965, Malcolm X's home was firebombed while his family slept inside. 2:35 a.m., East Elmhurst, Queens. Molotov cocktails crashed through the windows. Malcolm X, his wife Betty Shabazz, and their 4 daughters, ages 6, 4, 2, and 6 months, woke to flames engulfing their living room. According to historical records, it was 20 degrees outside. Malcolm grabbed his family in their pajamas. No time for clothes, no time for anything. He got them out through the back door as their home burned. This happened exactly 1 week before his assassination. The Nation of Islam had ordered them to vacate the house. The eviction hearing was scheduled for the next day, February 15th. But here's what makes Malcolm X legendary. That same night, still in the only smoke-damaged clothes he could grab, he flew to Detroit and gave a speech at Ford Auditorium. He opened with, "I was in a house last night that was bombed, my own." Then he said, "It isn't something that made me lose confidence in what I am doing. My children would rather have a father who will take a stand than compromise and grow up in shame." 7 days later, February 21st, 1965, Malcolm X was assassinated at the Audubon Ballroom in Harlem. He was 39 years old. They tried to burn him alive on Valentine's Day. He gave a speech about black liberation that same night. That's Malcolm X. If you didn't know, share this story.
Yeah, man. Now that's why I play that one again, because when I went through my phone and saw this, I said to myself, I didn't know that. Some of you may have known, but never had the chance to share it. Like I'm sharing it right now. Sad, very sad. So sometimes when you think about Valentines amongst our people, think about Malcolm X. He went through a rough patch on that particular night at 1965. Firebombed on Valentine's night. Put that in your memory. Save it for history. I tell you. Strange things were happening at that time. Hear the voice of a man called Mr. John Holt. What was that?
Stranger things happen on a Friday night. Girls meet boys and lots of hugging and kissing under the golden moon that shines a silver light. Oh, I'd like to be one of them, but I'm like a wandering sheep on this island, with no one to love me, with no one to kiss me. That's why I say, someone please take my hand and let us go. I keep on thinking, I wish it was me.
Strange things are happening. You can see my Valentine's card live and direct. It says wonderful husband. Oh, she's nice, isn't she? She's good. Now, I opened the card up. I says, babe, you didn't have to buy me a card. I could send you one through WhatsApp. She said, no, but babes, I had to buy you this one. So I said, all right, let me open it. So I opened it up, and this was came out. That image there of me, the lion, and the queen. I tell you, it's such a great. It's just one of those cards. It's just one of those cards. She said she'd rather steal the cover from me on Valentine's Day, because you know, yo. I don't know if you can see it clearly. Does yours look something like that? Does it look like, yeah?
Someone please take my hand and let us go. I keep on thinking.
Don't forget to share the link. Share the link if you've got the link as well, my people. Something different this afternoon. You just heard the sounds of the story of Malcolm X. Valentine's Day. His house got firebombed by many people out there who didn't like to see him do well amongst his own people. Talking about the way things were. And of course, I must say that Malcolm X has been down in Wolverhampton. I don't know if it's been down here once or a few times, but I know he was down in Owen Road. Oh, you know Owen Road? You know, one of them houses in Owen Road, he used to be, you know, I think he rented a room or something. I don't know, had some friends down that side, but he was in Wolverhampton as well. So don't forget liquor later on tonight here, 163 Lounge, Erding tonight, of course. For those who don't get a chance to go out as usual, I know it's raining outside, and they talked about snow. God knows where that's gone to, or if it's going to turn up, I don't know. But they're talking about snow later on. I don't know when. Don't ask me. But it's cold and it's wet outside. If you want to stay in tonight, you don't want to go anywhere, don't forget it's all about the YouTube, courtesy of Valentino and the 163 Lounge. Yes, my people, 163 Lounge, my people. We're going to take a commercial break after this, but we're going to play this here right now for the massive. This is what happened in Liquor later on at the 163 Lounge in Erdington. All right.
Valentine special.
Star. This happens to be the thing called the Keith Hudson affair, you know. So you got to gather around little children and I will play your musical sound of today. Give me one time as I will tell it to you. Keep it moving.
Well, hi, this is Tipper Irie. 163 Lounge Valentino presents Vinyl Sunday Valentine Special. Dolphus Jamasican Sound. Also the trophy winners, Gemini Don. There's going to be a live stream on YouTube at Valentino 6226. This is on Sunday, the 15th of February 2026. Happy hour is from 7:30 to 8:30. 163 Reservoir Road. That's Birmingham, B23 6DN. DJs on rotation every week. So remember, Vinyl Sunday. Make sure you're there.
Vinyl Sundays, each and every Sunday at 163 Lounge, formerly known as Elegant Room, 163 Reservoir Road, Erdington, Birmingham, B23 6DN. From 7 p.m. until midnight, it's Vinyl Sundays. It's an 18 and over event. Free entry for all. Happy hour from 7 till 8 p.m. Buy one and get one free. With live streaming on YouTube by Valentino 6226.
163 Lounge Valentino present the Valentine Special.
Virgie. Good afternoon.
This is your number one station, your
The
official station.
Godfather. The weekend sounds great.
Godfather is the man.
Yeah, man, a Godfather and they keeping it real short because the status coverage Bonnie General, I tell him everything nice. Listen, big music I play.
Okay, my people, don't forget tonight. Tonight, them said tonight. Of course, 163 Lounge tonight. If you can't make it tonight, hook on to the YouTube as well, my people. And don't forget as well, a little later on tonight on TikTok, Mr. Fix. And he'll tell you more about last night as well. So don't forget 2 o'clock, Big Bad Captain in the house till 5 till 7:30. Valentino, I tell you.
If he leaves you all alone, every time beside the phone, and you wonder why.
Don't forget to share the link, my people.
Late at night.
It is, of course, 12:38 this afternoon in the UK. Yeah, should I? Okay, I'm going to do that right now. I want to do something different that I did last time as well. We have a brother that we made contact with this week, and I spoke to him yesterday, all the way in Jamaica. And he was happy to able to have an interview with me. Now, that's just for me to sort out the time and the dates, and it ain't gonna be on the usual 1 o'clock because he said, bro, them time them man asleep, see man asleep, him said, man asleep, brother. So I'm gonna change the timetable and try and find a time, and and you'll get to know. Let me see what I can do right now. Come see if I can find this right now. All right, so my people, big up yourself. All the people in tune this afternoon. skylineradio.org.uk. Yeah, man. What you mean? See if I can open him up right now. All right. Easy on. Yes, I am. Of course, I will be there until the next teardrops fall. Sounds the voice of a man there called Mr. David Dobson before the next teardrop falls. Slim Smith on the next track right now.
Keep that light shining on me. Keep that light shining on me. Show that love in your heart. Please show it. Show that love from the start. Oh. Now's the time we will see when all men shall be free. All men shall be free. Now's the time and we'll all see. Every man will be free. You and me.
Shout out to my good friend Valentino. I got the message, boy. Yo.
Shining on me. Keep it shining on me. Keep that light shining on me. Keep it shining on me. Show that love.
No, if you're in the age group of 60 upwards, you know, of course, music was similar to what we're hearing right now this afternoon, and some of the songs I'm playing right now are in that category. Gonna say good night to my schoolmates from Whitmore Secondary School in Wolverhampton. Many of you may not know the history behind Whitmore Secondary School, but the school has been transferred from there to New Municipal Grammar School on the Hampton Road, which is now the Art Centre. We were all moved to there. And then after that, we were moved to the school in Park Village. And then from there, we moved to Aldersley. So the history of our school has gone from here, from one corner to the next corner to that corner, and now it is in Aldersley. Yeah, man, original Whitmore Secondary School. I tell you.
Even a diamond ring.
So all those having fun this afternoon, she gives me everything. I tell you, for the ladies. If you got me on YouTube this afternoon, please do share. I'm here every Sunday, without fail. Trust me.
Diamond ring, but she's a girl in society, and she says that she wants to buy me, but I'm not for sale, girl. I'm not for sale, girl. I'm a man, can't you understand, girl? I'm not for sale. You know I love you so, and that I can tell the whole wide world. Selling you my soul, baby, that's not right. I'm a man, and I've got my pride, and I'm not for sale, girl. I'm not for sale, girl. I'm a man, can't you understand, girl? I'm not for sale.
Now, a couple weeks ago, I played you the Bob Marley story about the fact that one of his albums was in a shop in London, and a second-hand classic record shop in London, and the album cost £200 that its owner was asking for. And apparently Bob Marley walked into the shop, saw the album, and the shop owner told him that he couldn't afford such a high-price record, etc., etc. I think the guy must have been blind, because he didn't realize he was talking to Bob Marley. And in some part of the conversation, kind of disrespected Bob Marley in terms of, be careful, you can't touch this. What do you know about this album? What do you know about this person? Blah, blah, blah. The bottom line of that story, that probably some of you have already heard it, that Bob Marley says he was the one that signed the album, and he's the one behind it, and his name is Bob Marley. And people in the shops who had their phones out and recording it live and etc., it went viral. The situation went viral. The man said that wasn't for sale, but on this case, Bob Marley said to the owner, I would like to purchase this album. He was surprised. £200? You got to pay £200 for your own album? It wasn't the fact that he wanted to prove a point to anybody. He just wanted to prove a point to him that anybody, no matter where they're from or how they look, don't disrespect them. Don't disrespect them. Right now, what's going to happen here right now? I'm going to go into something else right now. Now, you know, you've been watching the Olympics, the sport, the ice and the curling and all these things, and great to watch. Entertainment, great. Some of you are into it, some of you are not into it. I don't know what kind of sport you like. I don't know. When you was at school, what was your favorite sport at school? What was your favorite sport at school? I wonder. Yeah. Come on. Talk to your partner. Come on, talk to your partner. What was your favorite sport at school? What did you like and what didn't you like? Yeah. Everybody took part in gym work, you know, in terms of school education, in terms of the gym, you know, recreation, they call it nowadays. What was your favorite sport? So while you're there, let me tell you about my sport. I'll tell you what I was good at. At school, I was good at basketball. Basketball, yeah. Center point. Excuse me, center point. And I can remember scoring 52 points in one match. 52 points in one match. You might think, well, hold on that. Did you live under the net? No, I was pretty good at what I did. I was good. I had a good team as well. From Whitmore Secondary School basketball team in our league. And the next one was, at the time, we didn't really play baseball. I played, you know, you might feel kind of feeble still, but we did play a little bit of rounders. I was good at that. Now, knocked the ball for 6 all the while. Cricket was my sport too as well. Cricket. Yeah, man, cricket. And also as well, football. When I left school, I joined a football team called the Jamaican football team. The Afro-Caribbean football team was around at the time at the Culture Center, the old-time Culture Center. Of course, Brainy was the manager. Other people was also in charge as well. But J City football team was also based in Bilston. I was there. We had 3 teams. Team 1, Team 2, and Team 3. And I was in Team 3. Yeah, man. Me and Elvis Gordon, Suki, Urko, the 2 Beckett brothers, the 3 of them actually. Yeah, man. Also David as well. Trevor Davis. I'm sure it's Trevor. Yeah. He was the one that was on what's that program called? Tipping Point. Yeah, he was on Tipping Point and he won that £10,000. Congratulations to him again one more time. And a couple others. And also Tony Keller was also the goalkeeper. Tony Keller was the goalkeeper. Now, if you don't know who Tony Keller is, Tony Keller works for Birches and Harpers. All right, I thought I'd sort of kick it in. And he's the black guy who's most of the time organizing the funeral for our people in terms of coming to the church, taking it to the cemetery, taking it. Tony Keller, which is my granddaughter's uncle. So they call him Uncle. Yeah. All right. So I got a big family and a big shout out to Saffron, my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, where she's right now. Big up yourself. Shout out to, of course, Mr. and Mrs. Sunderland down in Kent. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I hope you two are having a good Valentine's because you two have been together for a long, long time. Also, Ruby and Tony as well, been around for a long, long time. And also as well, Cynthia and Paul. Well, they've been around a long time. And I want to say shout out to Mr. and Mrs. James as well, my brethren, who to take a lot of pictures. Fortunately, he's not in the able position to walk around. He's in his Batmobile or vehicle, disability vehicle. And congratulations for you once again for your wedding. And all those who got weddified in the last couple of weeks. I've seen some pictures on people getting married and taking some pictures out in the cold. But listen, let's move from that. I asked you the question, what was your favorite sport at school? What was your favorite sport at school? Right now, if you haven't got the link yet, you'll get the link soon, because I did something the other day, and for crying out loud, I just can't find it. And sometimes revival and rehearsal after rehearsal will let me get better and better at this particular game. It's great to be able to talk to people and express how each other feel. And sooner or later, we're going to have a phone line as well, where you can ring in and talk about various things with me as well. I ain't going to have all the answers to everything, but I'll have the answers to some things, and we can participate as a group of people, and people can get involved. We people will do a lot of talking, but when it comes to getting involved, we're very shy. We're very shy. It says there, subscribe. Please do subscribe. Like and subscribe. And the more you like and subscribe, the more you get connected straight away without any form of me pressing buttons to notify you that I'm here live inside the studio. Well, all right? Okay. So just do that. Well, all right. So, gonna play you something here right now. But let me just find what I'm looking for before I go any further. I spoke to this brother yesterday. And he says, yes, Godfather, no problem. Yeah, man, but no, we can't do the interview that time they come, and man just come in, brother. So I man can't do them time. He talk to me like that, talk to me like that. Yo, brother, me can't do them time because them time it just a come in. We say, all right. So, okay. So we're going to arrange a date with this man here right now. And I'll tell you something. This man, this man has done some great songs, and it's kind of different from the usual, all right? But sometimes we have to play some things that sometimes if we don't play them, then we don't know where it really go, all right? Now, this brother's brought out an album that's going to be kicking big storm. And right now, the way the world is right now, it's going up and down. It's like a circus. You got the balls, and it's going around and juggling the balls and trying to make sure the balls don't drop, because it's a rough world out there right now. It's a rough world right now, right? So here I go on. This man has done this song right now, and a lot of people are going through a lot of turmoil in terms of people, attitude, behavior. And sometimes you try to do the right thing in life, and sometimes when you try to do your best in life, there's always something or someone or a group or somebody's trying to bring you down because of what? Personal reasons, not happy, don't like you. I don't know. Me, I'm just simple me. Godfather, just simple me. I don't really do anything that bad to people. When I say that bad, I don't even do things bad. People just don't like how me as an individual do things. It's not my fault I'm the way I am. It's not my fault that my parents brought me up a certain type of way. And even still, they didn't bring me up on the streets. They brought me up at home. But what you do at home and what you do on the streets are two different things. You get me? So once I left home and I started to mingle with people around the world and people in my own town, before I go around the world, I always make sure that my backyard is clean. Never leave your backyard untidy, because if you needed anybody to support you and your backyard not clean, I'm going to tell you something right now. Here we go on. Here we go on upon this tune, Here we go on upon this tune, Yeah.
Me there for your purpose. Them still I wonder why them can't hurt us. Tell them say who God bless, no man curse. And me say who them a curse. Tell them say God bless. Them fi know say me bless. Me no one can curse.
I tell you, my people, who God bless, nobody can curse. Them say no man can curse. Me said nobody can curse me, people. Jano. Voice of the man called Mr. Ganguly. Gonna be talking to me with you very, very soon. Not just for me to organize everything, and we're good to go.
Them say who God bless, no man curse. And me say who them a curse.
Think coming off his album called Think of Fake World.
If you know say me bless, me no one can curse. And when you you see my blessing, it no one can reverse. Me no care where them a cook up. Miss a sell out and him friend them fi go put up. All hypocrite, watch them a look up. Can't believe say me make the place shook up. Why are them a true about say them want hook up? At the energy them well want to go. Can't tell me no story the book up. Catch them with the pin, had the dolly them a juke up. That can't stop me. Tell them say who God bless, no man curse. And me say who them a curse. Tell them say God bless. Them fi know say me bless. Me no one can curse. And when you see my blessing, it no one can reverse. Anytime you no see me, move out the way. Oh no can't try nothing, no fi spoil me dear. Future bright and no well want this sky fi grey. Look how easy them loyalty decay. Help them out and I make them still betray. Call pon the most high, him never delay. My blessing them can't take away. Is a Judas behavior them display. Tell them say who God bless, no man curse. And me say who them a curse. Tell them say God bless. Them fi know say me bless. Me no one can curse. And when you see my blessing, it no one can reverse. Me no care where them a cook up. Miss a sell out and him friend them fi go put up. All hypocrite, watch them a look up. Can't believe say me make the place shook up. Why are them a true about say them want hook up? At the energy them well want to go. Can't tell me no story the book up. Catch them with the pin, had the dolly them a juke up. That can't stop me. Tell them say who God bless, no man can curse.
Oh God bless, no man curse.
Say who them a curse. Tell them say God bless.
Taking off the album called Fake World. We're gonna play the next track of the album, Fake World.
And when you see my
enough things are going around the world right now, my people. Enough things are going. Enough things are going. You hear me? Hey, it's almost 1 o'clock on the big one. It's the YouTube in the man cave with the Godfather.
When you real them hate you, and when you fake them rate you. What a fake where we living in.
When you fake them rate you, when your children don't want to know. Some people just can't take the truth, you know. Jano, some people just can't take the truth. When you fake, them rate you. And when you're true, them not like you. Let me tell you that right now.
When you real them hate you, and when you fake them rate you. What a fake where we living in. It's a fake where we living in. When you real them hate ya, and when you fake them rate ya. It's a fake where we living in. What a fake where we living in. Them know say you're wrong and them a tell you say you're right. Know say you black, them still prefer when you're white. A broad daylight and them a tell you say you're night. You don't see the vision and them say you need sight. When you give correction, them vex. And I say you're dirt for your necks. Me they don't expect the less. Ask Martin Luther and Malcolm X. When you real them hate ya, and when you fake them rate ya. What a fake where we living in. It's a fake where we living in. When you real them hate ya, and when you fake them rate ya. It's a fake where we living in. What a fake where we living in. Them love it when I lie to them. They love it when you play hypocrite and say hi to them. Worse you go cry to them. Like them want you feel live for your life with them. If me can't tell you the truth, better you go on and allow me. Tell me if you real to the thing. Me no know how much it true I be all people ground me. When you real them hate ya, and when you fake them rate ya. What a fake where we living in. It's a fake where we living in. When you real them hate ya, and when you fake them rate ya. It's a fake where we living in. What a fake where we living in. Them know say you're wrong and them a tell you say you're right. Know say you black, them still prefer when you're white. A broad daylight and them a tell you say you're night. You don't see the vision and them say you need sight. When you give correction, them vex. And I say you're dirt for your necks. Me they don't expect the less. Ask Martin Luther and Malcolm X. When you real them hate ya, and when you fake them rate ya. What a fake world we living in. It's a fake world we living in.
It's a fake world we're living in. This voice, this man here, Ganguly, talks to the Godfather very soon. I think it's going to be in the next 2 weeks.
What a fake world we living in.
Here on skylineradio.org.uk in Junction. Tinker left them to time, we say. Ganguly, what you say? Left them to time. Time is the master. Time can be disaster if you don't put things straight. Here comes another one for the man himself. Woyoy. I tell you, Ganguly.
All who I wish me end up in a plaster. Me I left them to time. Don't know the wicked them.
And one thing he said to me yesterday, he said, Father, I tell you, Bridget, me go through some things in my life right now, he said. So him saying go through some things in his life while he sing certain songs a certain type of way. We can hear him in a couple of weeks' time.
All who I wish me end up in a plaster. Me I left them to time. Don't know the
Left them to time. Have you been through a situation where things got sticky for you? Who was for you is not for you? Have you been through that?
Left them to time. Left them to time. Left them to time. Yeah. Long time me know say life is a process. Can't just say enemies and the closest. Them see the growth and want stop the progress. They never know say karma are the coolest. Any wrong them do them have to confess. The meditation write them up senseless. Accusation them say no be a bad press. If a bad mind them will heavy damn contest. All who I wish me end up in a plaster. Me I left them to time. Don't know the wicked them can prosper. Me I left them to time. All them a go on your time at the master. Me I left them to time. Left them to time. Left them to time. Left them to time. Yeah. A lot of people them fight against. A lucky thing me to buy friends. Me pray them through the islands. Round me yard me build a Ivans. Thank Father God for the guidance. Like a reverence me keep it ancient. Shh, perfect silence. Hope that them a try mix with violence. All who I wish me end up in a plaster. Me I left them to time. Don't know the wicked them can prosper. Me I left them to time. All them a go on your time at the master. Me I left them to time. Left them to time. Left them to time. Left them to time. Yeah. Long time me know say life is a process. Can't just say enemies and the closest. Them see the growth and want stop the progress. They never know say karma are the coolest. Any wrong them do them have to confess. The meditation write them up senseless. Accusation them say no be a bad press. If a bad mind them will heavy damn contest. All who I wish me end up in a plaster. Me I left them to time. Don't know the wicked them can prosper. Me I left them to time. All them a go on your time at the master. Me I left them to time.
I tell you, when we talk about
Left them to time.
left them to time, even in Valentine's, in relationship, you got some people out there trolling things that don't belong to them. I tell you, pinching they call it. I left them to time, I tell you. Voice of the man called Mr. Ganguly talks to the Godfather very, very soon here on the YouTube. I tell you. So last week, Sunday, we spoke to two brothers from the Bloodline Music, and they were talking about their music and their beginnings in terms of music and how they've got to where they are. Apparently, the interview took about, from that time, about nearly 1 hour and 10 minutes or 20 minutes, something like that. And it hadn't even reached halfway. So we're going to bring him back, all right? So we're going to bring him back after the Onyx Bar final, all right? Whether they win or lose, we're going to bring him back just to finish off the conversation that we had last week. So if you didn't get a chance to hear the interview last week with the Bloodline Music, you can go back into YouTube and go after 2 o'clock. So after we're done, you go after 2, you'll find the rest. It's a good conversation. Very good conversation. And big up, of course, Junior Banton and also Mikey Biggs. Big up yourself and all your entourage as well. Some people in tune for the first time. Enough respect. Thank you for joining us right now. Just sort of, subscribe or like, whatever you want to do. I'm not begging anybody anything, but Sunday is the day where I want to be myself. After 37 years of being on SkylineRadio.org.uk and other platforms, it's the first time I'll be able for you to see me live and direct. And I'm looking well. Thank you very much indeed for the last message coming from you. Michael, big up yourself. Dorothy, shout to those in Bushbury. Manners and respect. Shout to the ladies who are somewhat in the kitchen in Stafford and watching me on their smart TV. Thank you very much. There's a smile for you right now. Of course, big up everybody else as well. Also, shouting out to my good friend Matches in tune every time he hears the sound, he hears the sounds of good music. You're wondering, you want me to play one more? Because I'm looking for something that is very important. And I sometimes have to wonder how I tackle my stuff where them just disappear. Make it. Did they make it or did they lose it? I don't know. Take a listen to this here right now. Ganguly, the last one from the album called Fake World.
Missy said them full of beercraft. That's why when them talk me laugh. You can't tell me say me can't make it. Can't tell me say me can't make it.
Who said me can't make it?
No one can set it.
When we don't hear nothing from nobody, that means that no one will make it. Make it, y'all my people. YouTube, Sundays, with the Godfather. A step in the right direction. My people, do you think it's the right direction or the wrong direction? Take it, make it, work it out for yourself.
Say me can't make it. Can't tell me say me can't make it. My destiny, no one can set it. I know you name got the last, let me check it. Them can't tell me say me can't make it. Can't tell me say me can't make it. My destiny.
If you're doing something in life, keep doing what you're doing, because one day the doors will open wide, and them say, who said can't make it? Remember them say, who God bless, no one curse. I always say Godfather can't make it. On the YouTube, we're there.
Can't tell me say me can't make it. Can't tell me say me can't make it. My destiny, no one can set it. I know you name got the last, let me check it. Them can't tell me say me can't make it. Can't tell me say me can't make it. My destiny, no one can set it. Them a try to give me pills, till me not take it. Nothing beat a trial but a failure. That's why me stocking up the trailer. The duffel bags them with the paper. Still I look out for the traitor. Inna the sink when me drive them and nail ya. Take on the world like Bob, you know the wheeler. Now left the compass, although me a no sailor. Hey, whole nigga, you can't tell me say me can't make it. Can't tell me say me can't make it. My destiny, no one can set it. I know you name got the last, let me check it. Them can't tell me say me can't make it. Can't tell me say me can't make it. My destiny, no one can set it. Them a try to give me pills, till me not take it. Now watch where them a say, me a go fi mine. Them can't style the thing, I want the dirty mind. That's why me don't try link with no dirty swine. No say 40, alright 39. Hunting for the dollar, tell them redesign. The house and the cars pretty close design. Make them sit down and fret because me not resign. That's why me draw the line. You can't tell me say me can't make it. Can't tell me say me can't make it. My destiny, no one can set it. I know you name got the last, let me check it. Them can't tell me say me can't make it. Can't tell me say me can't make it. My destiny, no one can set.
Sounds of Ganguly.
Give me pills till me not take it. Nothing beat a trial but a failure. That's why me stocking up the trailer.
And yeah, I think it was in the week. This brother here was talking to Rod Machete in Jamaica on Edge Radio in Jamaica. I saw the link and then I said to myself, hold on there, I got his number. Let me give him a call. So I have an interview about his album called Fake World. People, we are living in a fake world for real. There's a lot of things happening around you and me, your friends, and everybody else around the world. Think of fake world. The system is trying to do a lot of things. Give you false information, telling you peer lies and all these things. Them tell you so you can't make it. Gonna play you something that I found earlier. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Let me play this one here right now. Rod Machete talks to Ganguly in the studio at Edge Radio. I want you to take a listen to this here right now. Oh, you mean?
The album out right now. I need to sell.
I want you. All right, start it from the beginning. Let's see if you can get it from the top.
Many of us have cars, and many of us have very nice cars, and some of us have some old rukutuku. What if your car could talk to you?
Wow.
Because sometimes you get up and cuss off a car, and like all this, a car broke down, and I'm man,
I tell you, some cars can tell you some stories about things that happen in some cars. Yeah, man, some just like trees can tell you some stories about the history of human race, man, I tell you.
We can't take up his old wife, man. Yeah, we cuss our cars all the time. But what if your car could answer? Here's Blacka Ellis, Jamaica's top comedian. Blacka Ellis. Blacka driving piece of Rukutu in our town and he broke down and Blacka decided to cuss off the car. Now hear the car answer Blacka.
Tired of you. Sick and tired of you. Tired of you. Sick and tired of you. Stupid mash up all tired of old piece of junk. Tired of you. Me tired.
Working car broke down and man said, I'm tired of you, man. Piece of old junk.
Stop. Yes, I'm not take you any further. Take yourself.
Sooner or later, next couple of weeks or so, you're going to have videos as well on this show as well. So, well, people, there's a lot of things happening on this show. Will be happening. It's just for me to put them in and organize them as well.
You're really calling me old? Yes, I'm old. But what about you? You're here and shady.
The madman attacked to the car.
And you're absolutely ugly to boot. And that's the truth. What do you expect? All you ever give me is gas.
Expensive gas.
You treat me like dirt and take me for granted. Make the engine dry and my body get rough.
Only if you could see this. Only if you could see this right now. Ganguly talks to Rod Machete. Hey, yeah. Okay. Let me just get this one. This one just run out, and then we can go into another conversation with this one right now. People, we're having fun on the big one. It's 1:15 Sunday afternoon. I believe it is still raining outside. I ain't too quite sure still. Me and the wife and a couple of friends are going out for a meal tonight for a special celebration of course, Valentine's. So I got to get myself shaped up and looking good, as you know I always do when I go out sometimes. You don't know. I never look shabby. If you see me looking shabby, it's because me have things, I was doing certain things, but you know how me still. All right, so a little later on, me and the wife out for a meal with a couple of friends as well. I found this on the internet, and sooner or later, like I said before, we'll be having videos soon. But we're in the teething area of the show where we do things a little way different, and we just try our very best to accommodate. Hold on. Where you going? Right. Okay. We're going to have videos sooner or later as well. All right, there's a lot of things happening. I'm trying to get myself organized, and of course, I didn't even get a chance after my show last week, Sunday. I didn't put nothing on or turn my machine on until yesterday afternoon in the evening. And I had so much things to do, so much catching up to do. I'm there fiddling around in my WhatsApp. The data's nearly all gone. It's like I'm not due for a refund or a refill until later on in the month. So I'm kind of scratching my head right now in terms of, what am I going to do? Rod Machete. Let's just go for Rod Machete because that part's only done now. Take a listen to this short interview with Rod Machete and also Gangouli in the Jamaican radio. All right.
Gangouli, from them time, me know the virgin too as well.
All right, and you see it?
And still a par.
We not change friendship.
From me find out say you on a different virgin from Nico Nix a par.
Yeah.
We can par
again. That is it.
So how you doing, man?
Yeah, man, great, my brother.
So you got an album? Because we hear that people in dancehall now do album again.
Yeah, me have an album out.
Fix the talkaphone.
I have an album out right now. It's called Fake World.
Oh, you have an album out?
Yeah, it's called Fake World. Yeah.
Oh.
For those fake boys and fake girl.
Oh, wow. All right.
Me launch it one day. We have talk about it, but we'll start
we'll talk about it now. So your album is out?
Yeah, album out right now. And it sell.
And what name?
Fake World.
Fake World. Gangouli.
Yeah.
So how can people get that album who never listened to it before?
Them just go on the digital platforms them.
Yeah, and just how you spell Gangouli?
Gangooli.
Oh, that's easy, man. Gan Gangouli. Yeah, easy. Yeah, man, easy, man.
Yeah,
Nico
man,
if he said it hard, if you spell like that, you know.
And the album, them say enough you count the egg before you hatch, but I make it hatch and then I count after.
Oh, so you make it hatch first?
Yeah.
So you not count too much the album sell already?
The album is sweet.
So, can we hear one song off of the album? Do we have it right here? One song
man,
of the
No
album?
Man Curse.
No Man Curse.
Yeah, the video out now, we got 700,000 on YouTube. Yeah.
This is it?
No Man Curse.
This is it?
Yeah.
Gangouli.
No man curse.
Introduce it properly, man. And big up all our listeners in Florida right now. Me only hope to Riversdale and,
You don't know, as we say.
and Juniorville.
A song, Juniorville, big up yourself, because you're skilled.
Yeah.
You see a song, it's called No Man Curse. It's like, it's a reflection of you been through a lot.
And God bless.
And them a try to put you down and you
right.
just stand firm and you just prevail. And them a wonder,
Gangouli.
So you just make them know who God bless, No Man Curse.
Juniorville. Gangouli.
No man curse. I me say who them a curse. Tell them say God bless. Them fi know say me bless. Me no one can curse. And when you see my blessing, it no one can reverse. Them lives sad, them lonely.
You know, say you're a good artist, Gangouli. Anybody ever tell you that before? Anybody ever tell you say you're good? Where you come from, Gangouli? Where
Spanish
you from?
Town.
Spanish Town. Which what?
Rivali Jungle, Spanish Town.
Rivali Jungle.
Yeah, man, originate.
You've been in the business a while, youth.
Years.
You've gotten a lot of fight, How you survive? How you survive with all the bad mind and all the things that come and
You know, to tell you the truth, I'm mentally strong. I'm physically strong.
Mentally and physically strong. So
I'm
your album.
Determinate. Maybe it's a determined youth.
Me love that, man.
Yeah, it's a determination, Make you win,
Yeah, man.
So that will make you,
Can't stop Gangouli.
We've been living on a cloud ever since Rod Machete been around.
There you have it, Gangouli there talking to Rod Machete in Jamaica from, of course, Edge Radio. I tell you for a fact, the album out and about. If you want to get a copy of the album, go to the usual outlets where you know you can get your music, and of course it's a fake world. Let me say a big shout out to all the Skyline presenters and a big up on yourself this afternoon. And of course, Selector Frost, it was your birthday in the week. Happy birthday to your brother. And pick up yourself. I hope you had a good time as well. Well, all right. So we're going to play one song and then, but before we go any further, I did have this and I found something that's going to be very interesting. And I do really want to play it right now. I do. All right, so what I'm going to with this, little later on this afternoon, of course, 2 o'clock, Captain Live in the house, 5 till 7:30, of course, our very own Melody Sunday inside the house, talking about his classics of music, and he was one of the ones that brought this man to my attention. Let me just see if I can actually, Vinyl Sunday, end of every month.
Oi!
Oi. Them should have know a ganguli this, you know. I'm a represent for Skyline Radio. Vinyl Sunday. Every last Sunday of each month. Godfather. Vinyl Sunday. All day on the radio station. Walk and tell the nation. Oi. Satol. Sata.
I love that. Hey, I tell you, Ganguli there for the massive right now. I want to say a big shout out to all the radio stations around the country. Good afternoon. Big up yourself, he or she in tune, whatever platform you are at. Of course, representing skylineradio.org.uk on the YouTube every Sunday from 12 till 2. I nearly forgot, 12 till 2. But we're live on the usual streaming on the Alexa and everywhere else from 11 o'clock till 2 in the afternoon. All right, something new moving forward, not leaving me behind. So guys, come choose same way to and jump on board. And we're sure for a fact we'd have some fun. But I must remind you, it ain't easy up here. It ain't easy up here, I tell you. It's definitely not easy. But here we're going. I found something the other day, and it's like, when I talk about Bonnie Wheeler, can you name me one of the songs that Bonnie Wheeler sung that you reckon was a real song that really brought Bonnie Wheeler out in the open in terms of the faith that we were once in? We are still in that faith in mind, physical mind. A physical spirit too. But a lot of us, we carry the dreadlocks as a form of representative for what we believed in. But we get to realize that there's a lot of people out there who has dreadlocks and don't carry the love in their hearts and don't understand the way things are. So it cannot jumble up just like everybody else. But there are some hardcore Rastaman out there who fight the fight, and I was one of the ones who was there as well, amongst many others too as well. Like I said, I got some great pictures up in my locker, and I'm going to it's just time. I'm so busy doing so much other things as well, but this is my hobby. I just love, I just love the fact that I'm here. You remember the song called The Black Heart Man? You know the album called The Black Heart Man, Bonnie Wheeler? Every sound man must know that album. Hold on. You just tell me, say you don't know the album? You mean you don't know the album? The Black Heart Man, Bonnie Wheeler. But listen, you know the story behind the Black Heart Man? You want to know the story behind the Black Heart Man? All right, you are gone. Hold on, where that wrong go? You want to hear the story about the all right.
The system is wicked. Since I was a youth, I see them plot a thing against Rasta. And me never overstand it until me grow up and become an adult. When I was a youth, I go school. Me and my little brethren them, we used to walk to school a morning time and walk back home. And them have this thing here, where them used to say, we should be careful when we go school. If we hear any car come, we run in a bush. Because you have some man a grow named Black Heart Man. And them a catch people picnic and I eat them. Now, we are like a picnic. We used to not understand things. So when we walk go to school or I walk come back from school and we hear car come, we run off in a bush and hide. But at the same time, we used to know Rasta. I come from bush, from them farm, with them products like cane, mangoes, orange, all different sort of fruits. And then we look at us and say, yo, man, a whole piece of cane, a whole 2 mango, a whole 2 orange. And sometimes we will see them and ask them feet and say, yo, beg you one mango now, beg a piece of cane now. And them always share them fruits and them whatever product with us as children. And I show we love. But in the same time, if a car come, we are run off in a bush and hide. So we are hide from Black Heart Man. Because we didn't know who they call Black Heart Man, Only to grow up
come find out that this Blackheart man that they was telling us about is the same Rasta man them they used to show we love, kind to we, give we fruits, give we cane, and tell us a youth man no walk good I want to go to school, go take in on a lesson, and be good, and not get in no bad company, and do not wrong. What a wicked system. What a wicked system. Me I tell the man. Fire for burn for that. Lightning.
Well, all right.
I hear my people.
All right.
Babylon system.
Wicked.
Is really a vampire. Shocking Morris said that.
Well, all right. Okay. The original sounds of a man who says the days of the Blackheart man when the album came out and what they were told when they were young about the Blackheart man, and they were described as Rasta man back in them days there. Of course, many people out there could tell you more stories around that, but we here in the UK, when we heard the album for the first time, it was like, wow. It's the Blackheart man, children. Don't you dare go near him. That's what the song said. That's what your mother and your grandma used to say to you back in the early days. It's the Blackheart man, children. Don't you dare go near him. And yet still it's the same Rasta man said to the youth them as a brother to say, yo, youth, you want something to eat some fruit and all these things. Yeah. And when the youth then get to realize, say, yo, but my mother said and my daddy, everybody said, and I saw you go, brother. Rasta man are the peaceful man. Don't believe in doing wrong. You know the matter. Well, all right. Not for sale, they say. Gonna play you something as well that I want to sort of address to the mass. You know, I just said a while ago, we got the Olympics going at the moment and some great sports and some great victories and everything else. And you just get tied in the program. Obviously, there's nothing else really to sort of, choice is yours. Whether you want to watch sports or you want to watch something else. It's just like the guys who say they don't watch Coronation Street, they don't watch Emmerdale, they don't watch EastEnders, and then them same man there. Here what going on? Them same man are the same man them who go to them woman yard or don't go to any other woman yard. I have to sit through that and watch that because you are telling me as a bridging. I mean, I watch them so I watch it because they're watching it. So kids are watching it too. So you know what I mean? But I tell you, sometimes man says some things and it's like they do the opposite. So everything a man say, if you take it as gospel, because some man will say one thing and do the opposite, you say to yourself, what the man just never to believe the words that come out of a next person's mouth unless it's your own. Did that sound right? Never believe the words of a next man unless the words come out of your mouth, because a man can't say one thing. Because remember, more cut sideways if you say anything. It's just a matter of time before the real thing and the real deal come to life. Then you get to realize who was right and who was wrong. Now, another sport's coming up very soon in the month of June. And in the month of June, we have the World Cup. And obviously, the Americans are involved in that. And I don't know how the person who was in charge of the Football Federation gave Donald Trump some award. For what reason? That's never happened before. It's never happened before. So how comes him get something? And then Donald Trump talk about the best thing he ever get from anybody. I don't know how that go. It coming like this man can't go anywhere. But it's time running out from him. Time's running out. I've seen some things on the social media platform. Whether it's true or not, it takes time, because sometimes I see things on social media and I explain to my wife, I saw this and she's telling me about fake news, fake. Not everything is fake, babes. Not everything is fake. And in a matter of a couple of weeks' time, the same thing that you said was fake news is the real thing. I hate a man that says, fake news, and he hasn't done his research, but he's only listening to somebody else. I want you to take a listen to this here right now, because the African nations who are involved in the World Cup I've got their backup about the situation regarding the way Donald Trump are dealing with people of color. And is it a safe place to go to during the World Cup? I want you to take a listen to this because I had it somewhere, but I don't know how I titled it. I think I did. Hold on there. I think I just saw something. Hold on there. Excuse me a minute. Hold on there. Let me just run a tune. Run a tune? Not for sale. Yeah, man. I tell you, sounds of Ken Bowden.
But she's a girl in society.
Sometimes it's good to talk sometime, and when you're talking, you get to realize certain things. And I looked at my title and I said to myself, hold on there. And I got it. I got it. So I'm going to play for you in a short while. We're going to go and talk about the African says Africa World Cup boycott. All right, Africans are gonna talk about boycotting the World Cup. Africa has said enough. All right.
You know I love you so.
And the situation around the ICE and ICE going around targeting people for no particular reason, using some words that probably people who are not in that position to answer back in that type of frame as well are finding themselves being deported to wherever and put in quarantine. Well, I don't know where they're putting them right now, but ICE is going around collecting people in terms of immigration and aliens. You know, aliens? I hate when I use that word aliens. Who's the aliens? So Africa says no to the World Cup. Let me play this one for you right now, my people. You know, sometimes music is good and sometimes music is a way out of hiding yourself from reality. And we've been doing that for too long. We have been doing that for too long, hiding ourselves from reality through our music. But yet our music is not putting us in the right direction on 100%. It's there, but we have another connection of working together. We're all singing songs together in a nightclub, in a wine bar. We know word for word, but when it comes to doing things together, we have difficulty doing the right thing.
Can't you understand, girl? I'm not for sale.
Hey. All right. Let's go to here's something that I found before I play the one about the actual a group of guys talking about the way things are in terms of the system. I want you to take a listen to this right now. All right. So yeah.
Once you work together, you'd stop playing their game. And the moment you stop playing, their entire world loses power. Your separation kept you manageable. Your collaboration would have turned you into a civilization. They feared your unity because it activates memory. When you remember who you are together, their illusions stop working. They needed you isolated so you'd doubt your own brilliance. Together, your brilliance becomes strategy, momentum, and revolution. They knew your power wasn't in numbers, it was in sync. Aligned minds become a force they can't predict or contain. They feared your cooperation because it creates coherence. Coherence is the one frequency their systems can't infiltrate. They feared you working together because unity breaks their entire design. Once you move as one, their control systems collapse instantly. One awakened person is a spark. A group of awakened people is a wildfire.
As a woman, after having a serious argument with your husband, make sure you are not depriving him of his right at night. Ensure you prepare his favorite meal and give him correct knacking at night. As a woman,
all right, okay, so she goes into our discussion about how to treat your man right, and some women probably, if I was to play the rest of this, they'd probably go, no, Godfather. I'm saying yeah to some of these things that she did say. She's saying some good things, and yeah, she's reading something. Well, all right. So let's go back to where we were before. Of course, Donald Trump doing not so great right now. The African nations of people are concerned about the way that the Africans and other people of color are being treated in America. Take a listen to this here right now. Take a listen.
We will host the World Cup and the Olympics.
Oh, let me do it my way. Sorry, let me do it my way. Because my way is a better way, all right? So we got it.
Godfather, The Voice, keeping it real on World Internet Radio, skylineradio.org.uk. Keep the music burning. Keep listening. Steve Ital says so.
Soon we will host the World Cup and the Olympics, both of which I got.
The 2026 FIFA World Cup is just months away, but instead of excitement, anticipation, and celebration, the build-up is being dominated by backlash, fear, and controversies, primarily due to the political developments happening around.
The German politician Jürgen Hart has raised the idea of a potential World Cup boycott in a German newspaper.
Calls are growing louder in the United Kingdom for England and Scotland to boycott the 2026 FIFA World Cup that is set to be co-hosted by the United States.
Julius Malema urges countries to boycott the World Cup.
It is not safe to go to America, not only during the World Cup. Any South African who had an intention to go to America, this is not the time. It is dangerous.
8 African nations qualified for the 2026 World Cup, and 8 of them are now facing travel restrictions that could ban their fans from watching their teams play on American soil.
President Trump just announced he's expanding his travel ban to include 5 more countries and impose new limits on others.
This is not about football anymore, and Africa is deciding whether to send the most powerful political message in sports history by walking away from the biggest tournament on the planet. The visa bans are real, the outrage is exploding across the continent, and FIFA is watching its crown jewel tournament turn into a geopolitical disaster as African leaders openly debate whether dignity matters more than goals. Trump's administration dropped a bombshell that nobody saw coming when they announced travel bans affecting 39 countries.
Today, President Trump signed a proclamation to fully or partially suspend entry for nationals from 39 countries into the U.S. That previous list included 19 countries.
And Africa got hit harder than any other continent because out of 9 African teams that qualified, 8 of them are now dealing with restrictions that could effectively lock their fans out of stadiums in the United States. Senegal, Ivory Coast, Algeria, Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco, Ghana, and Cape Verde all made it to the World Cup, but their supporters are now staring at visa restrictions, bond requirements up to $15,000, and a gauntlet of bureaucratic obstacles that make attending matches in America nearly impossible for ordinary fans who saved for years just to watch their teams on the world stage. Haiti and Iran face complete travel bans, which means their fans cannot enter the United States at all, even if they have World Cup tickets. And while players and team staff are exempt from these restrictions, the people who make football electric, the fans who paint their faces, who sing in the streets, who turn stadiums into cauldrons of noise, those people are being told they are not welcome. Ivory Coast faces limited visa access due to what the US State Department vaguely describes as diplomatic tensions, and the Trump administration made it clear that possessing a World Cup ticket does not guarantee entry into the country, because visa approval is an entirely separate process controlled by US authorities who can deny anyone for any reason they see fit. The administration suspended immigrant visa processing for 75 countries on top of the existing travel bans, and while they claim this only affects permanent residency applications and not tourist visas, the distinction means nothing to fans who are getting their applications rejected or being told to pay bond fees that cost more than their entire trip. African fans are looking at a system where Europeans can breeze through visa waiver programs while they face interrogations, delays, and fees that feel designed to discourage them from showing up, and the message is unmistakable. The World Cup is being hosted in a country that does not want black and brown people crossing its borders even to watch football. This is bigger than football because Africa is done being treated like a continent that should be grateful just to participate while the rules get bent against them at every turn. The visa restrictions landed at the exact moment when Africa is asserting itself geopolitically like never before. With the Sahel Alliance kicking out Western military bases, BRICS expanding to include African nations that are building trade relationships outside the dollar system, and leaders across the continent openly challenging the post-colonial financial architecture that kept them dependent on Western approval for decades. Africa watching its fans get blocked from the World Cup while FIFA President Gianni Infantino stands next to Trump smiling for photos is the kind of humiliation that triggers responses beyond sport, and the responses are already starting. South Africa's Julius Malema, leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, called for Bafana Bafana and the South African Football Association to withdraw from the tournament entirely. Saying business as usual is no longer acceptable when the United States is disrespecting international law the same way apartheid South Africa did. Malema compared Trump's visa policies to apartheid-era restrictions and reminded everyone that the global community boycotted South Africa's sports teams for decades to isolate the regime. So why should Africa now reward the United States by sending teams and fans to a country that treats them like security threats? French football legend Claude Leroy, who coached multiple African national teams and holds massive credibility across the continent, publicly questioned whether Africa should call for a boycott given Trump's behavior toward Africa and FIFA refusal to push back against policies that discriminate based on nationality and skin color. Former FIFA President Sepp Blatter, who has no love for the current administration after being forced out in disgrace, joined the calls for a fan boycott of matches in the United States, telling supporters to stay away and watch from home because attending means endorsing a political climate that marginalizes people based on where they were born. British members of Parliament tabled a motion urging global sporting authorities to consider excluding the United States from hosting until it demonstrates compliance with international law. And while that motion has no enforcement power, it signals that even traditional Western allies are uncomfortable with what Trump's policies are doing to the World Cup's credibility as a global celebration. CAF, the Confederation of African Football, has not officially called for a boycott, and no African federation has formally withdrawn. But the silence is deafening because behind the scenes, conversations are happening that could reshape how Africa engages with FIFA tournaments going forward. A coordinated boycott would require joint decisions by the governments of Morocco, Senegal, Algeria, Tunisia, Egypt, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Cape Verde, and South Africa, supported by the African Union and backed by CAF. And while that level of coordination seems unlikely in the short term, the fact that it is being openly discussed tells you how serious the anger has become. The financial consequences for FIFA would be catastrophic if Africa walked away because the 2026 World Cup is projected to generate $17.2 billion for the US economy alone, with FIFA expecting record-breaking revenues from ticket sales, sponsorships, and broadcasting rights. Losing 9 African teams would gut the tournament's claim to global inclusivity, and sponsors who paid billions to associate their brands with the World Cup would face immediate backlash for supporting an event that excluded an entire continent due to discriminatory policies. African viewership represents a massive portion of FIFA global audience, and broadcasters in African markets paid substantial fees for rights to air matches featuring their national teams. So a boycott would trigger contract disputes, revenue losses, and a public relations nightmare that FIFA cannot spin away. The image damage would extend far beyond money because the World Cup markets itself as a celebration of unity when nations put aside differences to compete on equal terms. But if 8 African teams pull out because their fans are banned from attending, that narrative collapses into a story about exclusion, racism, and geopolitical bullying. FIFA has spent years trying to expand the tournament to 48 teams specifically to include more nations from Africa, Asia, and South America, positioning itself as a progressive organization that values diversity and global participation. Yet all of that branding evaporates the moment African fans are told they are too risky to allow into stadiums while European supporters walk through security without a second glance. The political fallout would ripple across every international organization that claims to operate on principles of CAR, on principles of equality and fairness, because if FIFA cannot prevent host countries from imposing discriminatory restrictions on participants, then what stops other tournaments, conferences, and summits from doing the same? The precedent being set is that wealthy Western nations can host global events while selectively excluding people based on nationality, and once that precedent is established, it becomes a tool that gets used again and again. until international cooperation becomes meaningless because only certain countries get to participate on favorable terms. Other regions are watching closely because Germany's sports leadership is openly discussing whether a boycott makes sense in response to Trump's threats against Greenland and trade wars with the European Union. And while France's sports minister dismissed boycott talk for now, she admitted she can...
Of course, they have it there, the boycotting of the World Cup in June. Will things change, or will circumstances change around that situation? Scholarradio.org.uk in the afternoon, it is nearly...
After the US denied visas to 4 members of their delegation, signaling that non-African nations are also...
30 minutes to go before the hours of 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Of course, thank you to Cynthia for the information that you sent to me. I've been looking for that from last night. I screenshot a certain part of it, and I didn't know where I put the rest of it, and I've been strolling all morning, and that's why I was scratching my head this morning, because I still can't find what I was looking for. And lucky enough, I've got some fans out there who are on the same page as me. Thank you very much, and we'll get that sorted out and play this, because it's a good story. I wanted to see what it was all about, and I can get to fulfill that listening a little later on this afternoon. Well, all right, so I'm going to be busy this week. Next week as well. Next week is my good lady's birthday next week, and also our wedding anniversary. All right, so kind of busy. My show next week, yeah, we'll see what happens next week, all right? So I've got some good music and some good talks as well, and also some other stuff that I think that you might want to hear as well. So I'm going to play some songs before we leave you. I want to say thank you to all the people that took time out from earlier in the morning to tune in to the Godfather show this afternoon. All right, so let me, we can do that right now. Let's go. Mikey Spice.
Settle down, put an end to my fear. Although you think it's time to pack it up and call it a day. With all my ins and outs and my ups and downs, baby, you're always there. You've been saying things for a while I did ignore. Finally catching up with me, I gotta check the score. Everything I had, I'm about to lose it now if you walk through the door. What's oversight? A sign that told me you love me, babe. What's oversight? That showed me everything you wanna say. What's oversight? It's time for me to love you, babe. I'm gonna do right by you in every way. Try again. Oh, baby, let's try again. Oh, let's try again. Oh, baby, let's try again. Oh, let me unpack your bags, baby, so you can reinstate. Give me a chance to prove that my love isn't a fake. Well, I can change a melody with sweet, sweet harmony that means so much to me. Yeah.
You know something I've realized over the last couple of weeks right now, being here on the YouTube, a lot of people are not ready for changes. Some people want to stay in the same road, same groove, same broken record, doing the same thing. And then when things do change, we complain because we should have changed with everybody else, but we tend to change at our own space and our own time. Let me get that right, time. All right. And then we complain. complaining to whoever is around us. But we're all to blame because we're not working together as a group of people. It's a shame I got to say that, but it's happening all the time, not just in our own backyard, but all around the world. With this program, we can highlight certain things that have not been discussed amongst friends because we don't have meetings like we used to. The schools are not teaching us about various things in terms of the history. There's a lot of things that have been left out for us to find out in our own time, but sometimes without communication and talking together, we don't learn much. All right, but there are things out there that will be useful for many people out there, depending on what you're looking for. So today was a motto today in terms of Valentine's, which I didn't know. In 1965, Malcolm X's house was firebombed on Valentine's Day. And that was the last year he was around. So, as one would say, each one teaches one. That's how it's supposed to be anyway. Mikey Spice could be back in the country very soon after one would say a disappointing performance last time. He was able, every time a man can get the chance to clean up himself and put himself straight and reflect. He did reflect on the time that he spent here with us. So I think he's back this year. Yeah, he's back. Chance to speak to him yesterday. Shouting out to, of course, Gangster Pastor from out of course,
I remember in the days of old when the
Irish and Chin in America, of course. Thank you for the heads up last week, brother. Enough respect every single time.
They all were on a different page, worshiping idol and forget to.
Live inside the Man Cave this afternoon, every Sunday from 12 till 2. Tell a friend. We're moving forward with our shows that you've been hearing for a number of years on the internet, also different platforms for the last 37 years. We're taking a step forward into the future.
Deep in the heart of man, and they need to understand. I know it lives deep down in my soul. His spirit is taking control.
Big shout out to all the sound systems as well. We'll be logging on to you as well. I'm going to say shout out to the girls, the ladies, of course. Gotta say shout out to the Streets family. Big up himself, big up on herself. Laid Density Torres, of course, on Wednesday. Big respect coming from the Skyline team. I know those in Wolverhampton as well. I'm sure for a fact the girls would like to say thank you for your support and your love as well. Seeing their mom off in fine style. Enough respect. Shout out to Father Rooster. How you mean, brother? Shout out to, of course, Mama Bullet and also Bullet Movie providing the music that particular afternoon as well.
Yes, I'm leaning on the master's
Coming to the end of the show this afternoon. Coming to that crucial part of the show. I just want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking part. I hope to give you more goodies next week.
Yes, I know it lives deep in the heart of man. And people should understand. I know it lives.
Shout out to my Birmingham family. Big up on the South right now. Boy, I mean, every time. That was the sounds of voice of a man called Mr. Mikey Spice. Let's leave you with a man that passed us, left us last year. Of course, a man who's done great, especially in the theater and the movie world. That's the word I'm looking for. The movie world. Of course, Jimmy Cliff. We're going to leave you with one of his tracks from, this could have been one of his last albums. Of course, Jimmy Cliff and Friends. All right. And of course, we're going to run this one. And because of the fact we start off with a little bit of love, tenderness and sweetness, we didn't get a chance to play any of the big people of us, right? Because we're always playing those songs, all right? So tenderly and all these tunes, but here comes one called Love Comes. Now we know love goes too. So in the meantime, between time, we're going to say God bless, goodbye, until next week. Of course, next week, Sunday, all right? Okay. All right. Shouting out to Derek. Derek, sir, big up yourself every time. I know you're in tune right now. So big up. All right. Yeah, man. Everything nice right now. Okay. It's my last one from me. God bless. Take care. Until next week, Sunday.
Love
comes and goes. Jimmy Cliff. So for your Valentine's weekend, ends today, a little later on in the evening. If you've got nothing to do, don't forget Vinyl Sunday on your YouTube. Of course, Gemini Dan alongside as well. Man called Dolphus from out of Jamaica and Birmingham from them days. Until that time, God bless, take care, look after yourself. Don't forget this, of course, on the 18th of February. It's Wednesday. This Wednesday coming, of course, we say goodbye to our very own young man, Trevor Anderson.
Love come fresh like rain when you're feeling down and your heart's in pain. When this a doubt and blame, I mess with your brain. I want to drive you insane. When there's no get away from this train and worries driving you up the wrong lane. It's like you in front of wall and not.
So give your love and support to the family and friends. Until next week, God bless, take care, look after yourself.